Hello, Clark here with another Clark speech. In this Clark speech, I wanted to talk about how women should never leave their man. Okay, so let's get into it. Why should women never leave their man? The reason is because the man gets more money. The man can provide the household way better than any woman could. The man can work way harder and longer than any woman could. The man can, when you get married, it's the man who proposes and gets the ring. Men 90% of the time to 80% of the time don't divorce their husband or wife. It's usually the wife who leaves. But now I wanted to give biblical proof why. In Matthew 19 it says, "Shall a man divorce a wife for any cause?" Jesus says, "Except you for the saving of fornication, a woman should not leave her husband." Fornication means sex with somebody other than your partner. So, long story short, the only reason Jesus, not me, but Jesus gives to divorcing your man is sex with somebody else. If your partner hasn't had sex or you haven't had sex, there's no reason you should get divorced. But look at the 80, 70, and 90% of marriages we see where they just say he's emotionally unavailable, or he's not working as hard, or he's, you know, Ezekiel 30:16 says, "You vowed a vow to God." All you women out there, I'm talking to all you women out there, you vowed a vow to God to stay with your husband in sickness and health, for better or worse, till death do you part. Do you take that lightly? The reason I have so much trauma in my life is my mom's had 4 husbands. Not one, not two, not three, but 4. And now she's a used up rat that nobody wants, pretty much. So there's a shelf life for women. Women's eggs stop producing around 40 to 45. If you're already in your 40s or 50s, you're too late to get married. And like I said, it's sad because these women are to blame 99.9% of the time when they leave their guy. You might say to me, "Joe, well, what about the man's fault?" It's never the man's fault. It's always the woman's fault for leaving. Because the man vowed a vow to God, sickness or health, better or worse, till death do us part. Notice it says worse there. If your marriage is on the rocks, if your marriage is hurting, if your marriage is, there's no sex drive, or there's no love, or there's no commitment, that's worse. You still remain married. You implied when you vowed to God, when you got married, you still remain married. Okay? And I'm just telling you guys seriously, like when women seek attention on Facebook or Instagram from other guys, or when they have multiple numbers in their phone, God's going to judge that. That's not being faithful to your man or wife. That's not being. Imagine if a guy had 20 women on his phone and the woman comes home and he's texting 20 different women. How would the woman feel about that? Horrible. So that's all I'm going to say. Clark Speech signing off.